Mic check 1 2 1 2. Hi guys. Welcome back to the Ratchet Christian. As always, I'm excited to be here. I'm always excited to be here. It's always a blessing to be here. And I'm always excited for the guests that I have on because I love them and I know that you're going to love them as well. And today's guest is no different. He's one of my favorite comedians. He's a friend of mine. He's talented. He's funny. He's from New Orleans. I want y'all to give a very warm welcome to Eric Henri. Woo! Ow, ow, ow.
Round of applause to me.
Eric!
Hey. It's so good to be here.
I'm excited that you're here. We've been trying to make this happen since July.
This is the third attempt.
This is the third attempt. You know, third time's a charm.
Third time is a charm.
Today, it just happened to work out. And I almost was about to not be available because I almost got booked for something and then it didn't happen. And I was like, you know what, let me just go ahead and just, book the podcast session just in case. And then that fell through because this was supposed to happen.
Yes.
So it worked out.
Look at God.
Look at God.
Look at the Lord.
Moving mountains to get this together,
That's why it was meant to be.
It was meant to be. And I also know it was meant to be because you text me a picture of Wendy. No, did you text me the headshot? Or
yes. I was like, have you heard about what happened to our girl, Wendy?
Yeah. So you sent me that text and I was like, oh, we have to talk about this.
Yes, we have to.
We have to get on the pod. You're somebody who likes trash reality TV just as much as I do.
Oh, yes. Listen.
I love reality.
I feel like you need a little bit of that. I like the scripted, hardcore, true drama or the dramas and the comedies.
Crime documentary.
Ain't nothing like two women sitting across from the table arguing with each other.
Ooh, over
baby, that's
a
best
glass of champagne.
Over something stupid. My husband.
Yeah.
Keep my man name out your mouth. Oh my God.
I can't
Riveting television. Okay.
You know what? Now that I have a husband, there's a little something about that. Don't talk about my husband.
Yes, listen.
Don't talk about my husband.
If I was you,
you could talk about my boyfriend, but don't talk about my husband.
Keep my husband name out your mouth. Listen. Don't try to tear my family apart.
Period. But I feel like we're a lot of reality TV, especially the Housewives franchise. It's do you want to be a reality TV star or do you want to be married? Because you can't have both.
No, you really
As
can't.
soon as these women get on these shows, as the seasons go on, they get richer, they get better looking, and then they get divorced.
They get a divorce.
And it's just dang, is it a curse? You know what I mean?
I don't know if it's a curse or people get on these shows and they already got a whole bunch of issues.
That's what I'm saying.
And they think being famous or bringing that into the household is going to save something. But that's just going to make it worse.
It's like having a baby to keep your boyfriend. It never works.
It never worked. That man's still going to leave you, girl.
It never
and
works.
Probably that baby.
Yeah. Most likely the baby. Getting on reality TV to save your marriage. Not going to work. So I want to talk about it franchise by franchise because there's so many franchises. And I want us to start with the Real Housewives of Potomac. First, before we do that, what's your favorite Housewives franchise?
Ooh, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Because it all, well, you know what? Stand 10 toes down. Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah.
I could sit here and be fake and be like, oh, Salt Lake City or something else. Atlanta. I could sit back and rewatch that stuff over and if I have a bad day, I'm just gonna put on Nene and Phaedra just
same
being shady. You know what I'm saying? I'm cleaning on a Sunday. Let me listen to Nene and them in Puerto Rico talking about Bob's.
Okay. So when I'm just want to be able to laugh and find something funny, I do go back to them in Puerto Rico. I watched that read between what is it? Is
Claudia?
It Claudia
and Nene?
And Nene? I will watch that about the Bob.
Yes.
It's what's wrong with the Bob? Yours is different. Hers is tight.
It's tight. Man, to me, that's cinema. To me, that is hands down one of the best scenes.
Sketty
straps. Oh my God, I had to check and see. Am I wearing sketty straps? Oh my, I literally could watch that every day, all day.
But what about this one? The reunion where Phaedra reads Kenya.
Oh, the one about the pizza.
So while you're asking about my husband,
that husband.
My husband, you're busy spending your weekends pedaling through
burn banks.
Okay. Nene
that little side, okay.
Nene in the back.
And you don't know if he wanted $10 for a medium-sized pizza, so he came in a cup so you can have a kid.
Now check that. But what you will know is that he needed $10.95 for a medium-sized pizza and a drink. You know?
And it was the silence afterwards. Like even Andy was like,
it was bad. Or even everybody was like, ooh. You know what I mean? Like the oohs, the ahs. Like that was a historical
reunion. That read. Yeah, that's probably
the reunion. The whole thing was just like you said, it's cinema.
Mm-hmm.
Reality TV history.
Like they've laid the blueprint for anything. So like I can't even talk about other franchises before not talking about Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta is for me. It's like you said, it is the best one. And if I'm correct, it's the OG Housewives series, right? Like they were the first.
Or was it Orange County was first.
Really?
Then New York.
See, I was wrong.
I was right.
Okay, whatever.
But Atlanta was the one that really put them
on the
map. Atlanta was the one that was going to like the Ellen show and getting the cover of magazines and
and let's just say Nene. Oh,
well, Nene. Oh, there.
I miss her.
I miss Nene. We got to put her on one of their faces.
Yeah, we do. So, what did you think about this? This is the newest season.
Yeah, this is the newest. The newest crop of women. Yeah,
I can't get into it. I cannot get into it. I've watched an episode or two. I cannot get with the new girls. I don't get their story. I don't get their motivations. I love me some, what's Phaedra's best friend's name? Shamia. I love Shamia. I've always loved Shamia. I think she's so beautiful like her. I don't too much care for Portia. I never really...
I think... This is the thing. I love Portia. She's my cancer sister. Shout out Portia. But I'm about to read you a little bit.
You read her.
Okay.
You can read her.
I think the issue with this newest season is that like, okay, so let me do some history. So I don't know if you remember your sets. I don't know if you remember that season of Atlanta whenever the big scandal with like Candy and Phaedra when she like...
The dungeon?
Yeah, the sex dungeon and all of that. The show had...
You shaking your head, you know about it?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
Solomon knows.
I'm like, let me find out you watch Real Housewives.
Solomon knows.
Solomon knows.
I'm just listening.
He knows.
Solomon knows.
He was right about like the first Real Housewives franchise. When before you came, we were talking about it. He was like, I think it was OC. I'm like, no, it was Atlanta. But okay, you go ahead.
Okay, so after that season 9, Bravo wanted to like bring the energy back up because it had got so dark. So that's when Nene returned. And then we got like season 10 with like Nene, Sheree, and Kim.
Yeah.
All that stuff. And I think they wanted to do that with Portia.
Yeah.
Like the show kind of got dark and they thought bringing Portia in with her energy would like spruce it up a bit.
But she is the drama.
And she's no Nene.
Can we talk about that? Like, can we talk about that, you know, like with Nene being like the icon that she is? I went home to Maryland in July and my family and I went to the Black History Museum in DC while I was there. And
I heard they got food now.
No, they have food in there. They have
a plate.
They had a picture of Nene Leakes in one of like the halls of this museum, you know, as a Black icon. And I said, rightfully so.
Rightfully so.
Yes. She is her Tiffany Pollard.
Yes,
you know,
New York.
I love New York. Like they are the pillars.
I'll even throw a little Miss Omarosa up in there.
Omarosa, yes.
Yeah, like
before there was Candace, there was Omarosa.
Yes.
Omarosa walks and Candace always run.
Yes,
you know
I much prefer Candace over Omarosa, but but I think those women were the ones who like capitalize on. Oh, you want me to be like this? Yeah. I'm going to use it to my advantage.
You already have the stereotype. Yeah. You're going to benefit and profit off of me being on the show. I'm going to make sure I get. I
benefit and I get mine too. Yeah. And that's why I appreciate about them. They were businesswomen, especially Omarosa.
Yeah.
Omarosa was really the first one who caught on getting. Oh, you want me to be the only Black bitch?
Yeah.
And the mean bitch. Oh, can I curse?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, you know it's YouTube. Look,
you can curse. Go ahead.
I don't know. This is my first little podcast, child. I don't know how to act. Okay.
You can curse.
But like she was the first like Black bitch that like really like said, you know what, if this is what you want me to be, I'm gonna do it and then I'm gonna do the best at it and I'm gonna make a lot of money from doing it. And she just capitalized on it. I just felt like that was like using the system like to your advantage.
Yeah.
So like I've always had major respect for Omarosa.
And then they villainized her for that too. It's like I'm not gonna just play into the stereotype. I can't even say she played into it because she was the opposite of what sometimes they try to make black women out to be. Now, they did make it seem like she was like the angry black woman, but she was about her money, the smartest in the room,
the smartest
all
in the
the
room,
time, the most prepared all the time. So it's like she spoke to some stereotypes. Yeah, hair always late.
Hair was always, baby,
with the leave out.
Yes, baby, Omarosa was
dressed to the nines. Can we pick, Solomon, can you pull up a picture of Omarosa? I don't even know how to spell it.
It's Omarosa.
She was on the show with Trump, the You're Fired.
The
Apprentice. That's where she got her start.
That's where she was discovered.
That's what she was. It was like 2003. It was like, she was like one of the first.
Oh, do you remember when she went on the Bethany Frankel show and she read her?
She got Bethany together. Did you see?
Wendy Williams.
She
got Wendy Williams together. When she gathered, Wendy snatched the book out of her hand. I was like, I'm scared of her.
But the Bethany, the way she got in Bethany's ass about telling her how she a mediocre white woman.
Yeah. And it's like, and you get all this for being average.
Yes.
And she was like, and your show probably won't last past, this season. And she was right.
And she was right. It got canceled.
But here's the thing too. There she goes.
Look, there she go. Look, hair laid, honey.
Oh, for the gods. And I can't tell if this was 2003 or now.
I'm sorry. This is, that's how timeless she is.
Timeless. An icon. Listen, I don't want to hear nothing. I'm not taking no Omarosa slander. I'm not taking slander on me.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm not taking slander on me. Y'all, leave me alone. Leave me alone, because I'm not the first to do it. I'm trying to keep it going.
You're trying to keep the legacy alive.
I'm trying to keep, I love being a controversial black woman. You know what I mean?
Come on, Omarosa.
With the stats. I love that because I don't feel like she gets her flowers. And back to like Nene not getting her flowers, I really hate the way that Andy and Bravo did Nene.
I do too, and then I understand. So,
explain to me.
Okay, so I get, because ultimately, like, if you watch Housewives, if you're a fan of all the franchises, you understand that the white franchises get treated a little bit differently, a little bit better.
A little bit?
Yeah. They get away with a lot of stuff.
These women be throwing wine glasses in restaurants, screaming at each other, flipping tables. They are the wild animals that they try to make it seem like the black housewives are. These women, like, they do the most underhanded, backhanded, dirtiest. They mess with each other's businesses, companies,
families.
Husbands. Like you said, flipping tables. Like, they're worse behaved than the Black Housewives franchises, and they don't get reprimanded for it.
They don't. And I think with Nene, she was trying to call them out on it because she was getting reprimanded. Now, granted, I don't know if you remember, Nene, I think the last time we saw Nene, she was like gripping up a cameraman.
Well, they were going in her closet, Eric.
They were going in her closet, but
she told them not to go.
She told them not to do it, but she was gripping up the crew member and walking off sets and stuff. But I do think they did her really dirty. Suing your boss for $20 million.
She did?
Yeah, she's tried to sue Bravo, and then they've settled. So she's now, I guess, in good spirits with them. And she was actually going to be on the most recent season of Traitors, but because her son is in the hospital, she didn't want to leave him. So they've rebuilt the connection. So we'll see her at some point. I don't think she'll be back on Housewives, but
her and Bravo have settled things. Have her and Andy gotten things right? And I think for me, like, that's what's
holding her back from like having a full on comeback.
Yeah,
is Andy,
he holds the key.
He does. He holds the key.
He's the key holder to this. Him and Carlos King, who I also love. I'm glad that Carlos
is king.
Carlos is king.
Hold on, let me get a little sip of my Ratchet Christian water.
Thank you very much. Okay, product placement, brand placement. I'm trying to get my Omarosa on. But like Carlos King, I like his reality TV shows too. We're going to get to Love and Marriage, Huntsville eventually, but we're still on the Housewives franchises. For me, I do feel like no housewife should have been bigger than Nene. No. You know what I mean? More
successful. No housewife has. And still has.
I think she has the most impact, but as far as like wealth and money, she did an interview. She went on Bethany Frankel's podcast and she was talking about that. She's like, I'm sitting up in this house. I'm looking around at what it is that you have going on, and then the opportunities that you all have gotten as the white cast members on this franchise, and you guys, you have more opportunities than we do. You're treated better afterwards. Like Bethany, yes, she did the skinny girl margarita and all that stuff, and that did really well, and she's eating off of that. But it's like, Portia sells hair. Yeah. Candy is Candy and has always been
kind of Candy.
She had the music thing going on, but whenever I saw Nene now, she started her own podcast back on YouTube.
Show. Mm-hmm.
There's a bit of that almost like makes me sad because I'm like, she should have been the next Wendy Williams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You didn't know how Wendy cut her bag off.
No way.
She was gonna have a show.
They have beef.
Yeah, they had beef, and she was gonna get her own show.
What happened with that?
Wendy shut that shit down.
No way.
Yes.
That's why they had a falling out.
They had a falling out. I think Nene didn't like something Wendy said on the show. They had a back and forth, and then Nene was supposed to have like a talk show, like Wendy, Jennifer Hudson, like a talk show, and Wendy shut that shit down.
See, that's some hate, no, crabs in the barrel type of mentality, type of situation, because now there's a vacuum. There hasn't been a next Wendy Williams. There hasn't been, to that level of like tea and fun and kiki. And I know that there's, the Jennifer Hudson shows and all that stuff, but it's like, it doesn't give what the Wendy gives.
No.
And I feel like
I do not want to watch Jennifer Hudson sing gospel music. I'm sorry. I love my God. I really
love
do.
Gospel music.
But I'm not about to sit here every day and tune in. I want some juice.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, I need this tea to be like, broken down, dissected. I don't want to have to, go to the shade room. Like, I'm the type of person, like, I don't follow the shade room. Every now and then I go and peruse. So I think I'm better than everybody.
That's the shade room is the most anti-Black thing I've ever seen in my life. And I'm saying that it's for Black people, but it's the most anti-Black thing I have ever been a part of. Is
it for the people? It is an anti-Black.
Is it really for the people? No, it's not.
It's not, because it's just one place you can go to tear down the most successful Black people online. Post their business and all that stuff. But every now and then I'm like, what's going on there? I'll be bored enough to go on the shade room, but I will never
follow.
I will never follow them because I have standards for myself.
Good for you.
Good sometimes.
For you.
Sometimes.
Well, you gotta have standards in some aspects, not all aspects of your life.
Okay, so as far as Nene goes, I'm like, she should have been the next Wendy Williams. She's not. She's doing her best. She has her podcast back up. So when I saw her starting to build it, I'm like, I'm gonna subscribe and I'm gonna watch, because it's like she's her. She is who she thinks she is, and I hate the fact that people try to make it seem like she's delusional and thinking, no, Nene is an icon.
Is an icon,
and that franchise, she put the franchise on her back. But like you said, as an employer, when one of your employees start thinking that they're bigger than the program, then they gotta go. Yeah, because now you got an insurrection on your hands. Everybody think they're bigger than the program. I think she was right in asking for the things that she was asking for. Maybe it was just the way that she went about it. But as a Black woman, when you bring up things in the workplace, having to do with racism, it's not always received well. Forget, workplace, it could be in any type of setting. When you start bringing up things about people not being treated fairly, you ruffle some feathers.
You do ruffle feathers. I mean, Candace was talking about colorism and where she at.
Yeah, exactly.
Love you, Candace.
So, okay, this is a really, really good segue to the Real Housewives of Potomac. And I would say the Real Housewives of Atlanta is my favorite franchise too, because they're funnier when they're all together. Like the moment that they had when they had that epic season, you know what I mean? When they were all there hasn't been a season better than that in any of the franchises.
No, yeah, they haven't been able, and it's funny because they're literally still in the Guinness World Record of like the highest rated cable reality show. Yeah. They're still
made
those
history.
Girls.
Yeah,
they're still to this day, 10 years later, they're still those girls.
We're still trying to recreate that moment. And they haven't, because it's special. And so for me, like the Real Housewives of Potomac, when it first came out, I didn't even really watch it like that. Mind you, I'm from Maryland. Like I'm Potomac. I could go to Potomac.
That's your home. That's your hometown. That's like them doing one in New Orleans and me not watching.
That's what I'm saying. So for me, I just really couldn't get into it in the beginning. But then the more I started to watch it, the more I was invested in these women and the characters. And I started watching the season that Candace and Monique had that huge fight.
That's when the show kind of became
crazy. Yes. I was about to say, that's when it became like, what are these girls up to? I saw her reach across that pull
I was like,
across
oh my God, these housewives.
The girls are fighting.
Yes.
The girls are fighting. And for me, I'm just like, that rings so true to being home. Being...
That's when you were like, oh, now I'm connected.
Now I'm connected. Like being from the DMV and watching these DMV women snatch each other up. Like, it's very true. It doesn't matter how pretty a girl is, how put together the day is. We fights back home. Girls be fighting back home. And it's like Maryland is a place, it's like, you have to count your words because somebody could come across your mouth for it. You know, it's a place where it's like, are you willing to get punched in the face for what it is that you're about to say?
You're about to say, thank you. Yes.
Yeah, but if you are, say it. And so for me, I always count that. Like, am I willing? If this could take it there, am I ready? Yes. I've been punched in the mouth. I've been punched in the face. I've been
dragged.
I've been dragged, and I've done some dragging. You know what I mean? Because I'm from Maryland, like the Real Housewives of Potomac. And so this franchise, it did eventually grow on me, but Giselle and Robin really started to ruin the show for me.
Oh, yeah.
How they were treating Wendy kind of started to get like disgusting. And
it really was. It
really
was like
colorist.
It was blatant.
Blatant
like,
colorism.
Y'all, like, and you know, it's something like ever since the first season, they've kind of been called out for things.
Yes.
But this is the first time it was like, baby, y'all can't run from this.
No, you can't.
It is blatant, like colorism to the T.
Eric, the way that they treated Wendy in Miami for Karen's birthday trip.
Oh, when
and then Mia
threw the drink.
I cannot stand Mia because Mia, I was like, she finally got invited to the cool girls table and she jumped in like head first. I don't like what she brought to the table as a character.
No, she just brought a whole bunch of lies.
Like just straight up lies. Her and her geriatric husband. Lord, I know I'm talking crazy about these people. I'm talking about the characters of what I see.
They signed the contract. We could talk crazy about them.
My older sister lives in Rockville, or Bethesda, one of those areas, and she was like, "Oh, I live in the same apartment complex as Mia." And so I was like, "Oh, on the TV show." No, she did end up living like in an apartment building, like in one of those high rises. And my sister saw her getting on an elevator one day, and I was like, "Is she tall?" She's like, "She's huge."
She's huge.
It's like she's huge, but I don't like what she brought to the story. I don't like how she ganged together with the Green Eye Bandits to really ostracize and bully Wendy. Wendy is Wendy. She's consistent in that, you know, she has this air about her. She's an educated Nigerian woman. First of all, let's talk about DMV Africans. Let me break it down.
They did different type of Africans.
This is DMV Africans. It's the mecca of. To me, of Africans in America and Texas too, but it's like
Atlanta.
You know,
Atlanta don't got.
Atlanta got the Africans, but Nigerians got the. I mean, excuse me, but the DMV has the DMV Africans. You know what I mean? And so it's like they're educated. Not to say they're not anywhere else, but it's like that it's the pomp and circumstance and the education and all the things. Like, you know, we have the community, and so there is an air of confidence, especially when they're Nigerian. Nigerian women carry themselves that way. You know, and so I think Wendy's troubles came from this. Like, there wasn't another African woman on the show to kind of balance, and that like this is normal within her culture,
right?
How she acts, you know, she is educated, she does have money, she is affluent, and they're not going to be shy about it. But I feel like that's part of her culture.
Of her culture,
you know what I mean?
like
like Nigerian women can be like that. They're nice people, they're good people, but some of them can be arrogant at times. And I'm saying that married to a Nigerian man. You know, and so like seeing how she was treated from like day one, and then like seeing how it got worse, her and you know, Giselle and Robin, and then Mia got on, I almost couldn't finish like that season because they were treating Wendy so badly.
Yeah.
And it's like, it was like you said, it became so blatant that I feel like the networks had to have a conversation with Giselle, mostly because she was the ringleader. Like, you guys are ruining this show. And every reunion, Candace has to point out the fact that you guys are being colorist, and you are.
Yes.
And then, you know, I love the fact that, you know, Candace called them out about being Karens, because when she would bring it up, they'd be like, "Oh my God, this again."
That's
like,
what I hated. I hated Ashley too. Don't forget her.
Don't
forget
get
her
me started.
Because she was the one I remember would try to go toe to toe with Candace when Candace brought that up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Ashley, you
got a white mama. We were mostly talking about you.
We mostly talking about you.
Yeah. I can't stand Ashley. I cannot stand Ashley at all. I feel like she's a troublemaker.
I feel like she does
She's
her job
messy.
well, but she's not my favorite.
No. I mean, you could tell she's doing her job.
Yeah.
She's definitely doing the job of stirring the pot and starting drama. But for me,
she gonna get to the bottom of anything.
I feel it viscerally, like how like some of these girls, like, because I'm like, I've been around people like this. I've been around people like this, and I know how they personally make me feel. And I don't like the way Ashley moves. I think her and Giselle are messy. And now that Robin is gone, thank God. And I think they know that they had to get rid of Robin to save the franchise.
Yeah, to save the franchise.
Because her and Giselle were so like locked in, them two against everybody, or them two against whatever brown skin. It became light skin versus dark skin.
Yeah.
On this show.
It did. And it was like, it was just uncomfortable to watch.
It was uncomfortable to watch, to put that mirror up in front of ourselves. You know what I mean? And so it can be like that too in Maryland. You know, I was dark skinned in in Maryland. And so there's colorism everywhere.
Yeah, there really is.
But I feel like we didn't see as much of that in Atlanta.
No, we didn't see the colorism
We didn't see
in
it at all,
Atlanta.
really,
And I
in
think maybe
Atlanta.
because Atlanta, we saw a little bit of like race issues with Kim being the only white woman.
Yeah.
But I think it's because most of the women on Atlanta were like not darker color, but they were brown
skin.
Yeah, they were
Brown
brown
skin.
Like
Yeah.
they were like black women.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't have like that divide where like on Potomac, there's 4 light-skinned women and 4 dark-skinned.
Yeah.
Like there is a clear split.
And, Bravo tried to balance it out. And good for them. They are very intentional about making sure that it's not, the token dark-skinned woman and then everybody else is like light-skinned. But with that, like you said, it made the divide that much clearer. And for me, I was always surprised at how tone deaf at Giselle and Robin and Ashley could be. It's like they reacted sometimes like white women when Candace would bring up stuff.
Candace, yeah.
It's like
they would really get so defensive and like when actuality, when especially like y'all older women, like y'all grew up in a generation that's different from us.
Yes.
So the fact that we clocking it, and your old ass,
you acting trying to act like
you don't know what it is.
That's what I'm saying. But they're also from that generation where I feel like they didn't address it. They wouldn't address it. I'm like, you're the benefactors and the beneficiaries of being light skinned with green eyes in the 80s and the 90s.
They were the ones who like went to school and even though they went to HBCU, they had the sorority with the dark skinned girls.
That's what I'm saying.
And they had the sorority with the light skinned girls.
And they're AKAs, right?
AKAs.
But Wendy's an AKA.
That's crazy.
And so you're treating your line sister like this. I'm just like, where did the AKAs step in?
I was about to say somebody in the organization should have made a phone call.
Yeah, Karen is an AKA. You know what I mean? Karen's an AKA, Giselle's an AKA, Wendy's an AKA, and they were not being very sisterly.
Well, Karen was to her, but Giselle
this
wasn't.
last switch up though, where it's like
I feel like there are things behind the scenes that we don't know about.
Like
because
what,
it can't
make Karen like switch on her like that at
but
the reunion.
Now that we're seeing have you watched any of the newest season?
I've watched the season that just came out in October of the Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm all caught up. I made sure I watched it this week because I knew that we were going to talk about it on the podcast. And so I'm up to date. I know that Kara's about to get out of jail this season.
Yeah, she'll probably show her face at the end.
Monique is back.
Monique is coming back. We haven't. I know. We are excited about Monique coming back because I'm also another one who I thought was dealt a dirty hand.
My husband's calling me.
Who your man?
Let me answer it.
Answer him.
Hey, honey, I'm filming the podcast. See. Hold on. Don't say anything crazy. You're on speaker. He hung up.
He hung up on you. Well, he's respectful.
He is respectful. I'm gonna have to call him back. Okay, go ahead.
Look, I lost what was I saying? Oh, okay. So, this newer season, we're seeing kind of something happen with Wendy and Kay.
Yeah.
And
where's that coming from?
And see, people are confused, but I'm not really confused. I think this is something that Wendy kind of, because she has that air about her, Wendy kind of gives like, I'm cool with you on camera, and then when I see you out in the streets, girl, I don't know who you is.
I see you when I see you.
I see you when that type of energy, and I think Kay is still trying to understand that these are your coworkers and not your real friends. So I think she's taking what Wendy's personality traits are, because it's just Wendy. She's taking it personally when she shouldn't, because that's just Wendy. And it's work. We're at work.
Yeah.
And just because she didn't speak to you at this event, but you like y'all just filming. It's work. It's not. So I think Kay just has to work on not taking things so personally and sensitive. Because I see what she's saying, but like this has always been Wendy. Wendy always been she's always kind of been like this, and
she's consistent.
She is consistent.
She's consistent. She's like that with everybody, and it's like I could tell because everybody has the same complaints. And if you have the same complaints, that means she's consistent in how she acts. This is her personality.
This is just it.
But I will say, in watching this season, I was kind of like taken aback with how she's treating Kay, because I like Kay.
I like Kay too, and I think she's just finding her footing. I like Kay. I think
I like her. She's a really cute addition to it. She's really cute. She's young. She's fun. And I think her problem is she's too real.
That's what she's like.
She's like a real bitch.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You're real.
Like she's real, and she's not doing the TV game or reality TV. So I think that's where the disconnect is for her, because she's just a real girl on TV.
Yeah.
And these women have been on TV for a minute.
For years. They know how to navigate.
They're doing this professionally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so for her, watching her navigate that And she's new, so I do think she'll acclimate and get used to it and kind of, change. She reminds me of Portia, like when they first brought Portia on.
When Portia first came, she was like, she would get offended by certain things, and she was young and she was naive.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Kay's giving, like
her, like Portia and Nene is like Wendy and like Kay.
Yeah,
that's what it's kind of giving a little bit to me.
Mm-hmm. Where it's just like I just want her to not take everything that Wendy does personally. Like, that's just Wendy, girl. Like,
you can't, because I feel like Wendy is about Wendy. Wendy's about Wendy.
Wendy's about Wendy.
And you can't take that personally, but she's going to prioritize herself and her family and her brand over everything.
Everything.
And so the last episode that I watched last night, how she kind of like, so Kay's friend Angel.
Yes.
So they had brought up how Angel had kind of alluded to Kay being assaulted. Last season was crazy, mind you, by the way, how Kay got assaulted at that party, trying to stand up for Candace. Candace's mouth, like, it's the franchise is about reading, and she can read with the best of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I hate that people are like, oh, you talk crazy, that's why you get assaulted. She's like, y'all, you can't keep up.
Yeah.
So you put your hands on me.
You put your hands on
and that's
But
true.
I will say, I also was raised that, like, watch what you say.
Watch what you say. Yes.
So I just feel like it's just the upbringing thing, because I think Candace never got popped as a little girl.
Yeah, she talked to her mama crazy.
Yeah, she talked to mama crazy.
She talks to her husband crazy. She talks to everybody crazy. And I do think but she's from the DMV, so somebody should have popped. The girls are popping her.
Yes, she acted like Monique was the first time she ever been touched in her life. And I'm like, girl, with a mouth like that, you should have been dragged several times.
Yeah, and then that would have kind of curved it a little bit, but I don't think she was ever around those neighborhoods with a girl that was a snatcher.
I think she grew up in like a prim and proper area where like she was the cute only black girl probably.
She was like, don't get mad at me because I have black wealth. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay.
Because I mean, when she got touched, the whole
franchise was up
in arms. Like, damn, girl, like you did say some fucked up shit.
People lost their jobs behind that.
Yes, behind that, girl.
They have to rearrange the whole franchise behind that.
Before you getting snatched up. But yeah, that was messed up, like that what Kay went through.
Yeah. And then her friend Angel to come on and like allude to that. I think Angel, she doesn't know how dirty these girls play.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're kikiing with Giselle.
Mm-hmm. She doesn't understand the politics yet.
But you
and
talk to everybody but Giselle.
That she's another one who who just don't get it yet. Like,
watch the franchise because I get it.
Yes.
I don't have to be on the Housewives to get it, but you don't Giselle, you're confiding in Giselle.
The wrong person.
And I was like, watch, the first thing that Giselle's going to do when they all get back together is bring that up. Now, I was surprised when Wendy tagged in and was like, oh, but this isn't the same energy that you brought because didn't you allude to the fact that she got assaulted? I said, Wendy. That is messy, bro.
Yes, it is.
It was so they're all just
because she didn't even like allude that way. She was just more of like
what she was trying to say.
What she was trying to say, and they were twisting her words.
That's the whole chin check thing even came from Angel standing up for Wendy
and defending Wendy.
So I'm just like, Wendy,
why? What are you doing?
What are we doing?
Well, listen, Wendy gonna have eyes on her this whole season.
What are we? And then she got arrested recently.
Like the fraud. Listen, that's what's been wrecking my mind because I'm just like, not Miss 4 Degrees.
Not Miss 4 Degrees.
Not my man married and he a lawyer and we got businesses.
It's just greed, honestly, because it's like that's where greed leads you. Nothing is ever enough. You're already successful. You're already famous. You've been on TV before any of these girls. You know, you were a political correspondent. You're a teacher job. You have everything. What more do you need? Why do you need to do insurance fraud? And
then do it so dumb, girl. Like if you're gonna scam, child, like,
scam. But it's like showing up with the things that you claim were stolen. It's like you're being messy, and so that's why I'm just like, maybe it's too much, Happy Eddie going on.
I think so. I also think it's a part of how we talked about Wendy's Wendy. I think Wendy kind of walks and has an air of like kind of ego where like I think she doesn't think she's touchable.
That's what I'm saying.
Like she like even in her mugshot, she like y'all didn't get me.
Yeah.
Y'all, my girl, they got you. They have you on camera returning products, and then so they have her on camera. So like let's say they fake the burglary, right? Because the officers even said the officer says the detectives when they got in they suspected it wasn't a real burglary.
No way.
Just by like how everything was set up. So first and foremost, you can't even set up a real crime scene, sis. and you got photos.
She's a reality TV star. She's not.
Then they all like some of the items they listed that were stolen. They have her and him on camera weeks before at the stores returning it and getting full refunds.
Are you serious?
Yes. Then she lied and said her wedding band was stolen. And then she's on a red carpet 2 weeks later wearing those wedding band. And then the first episode of this season, she has the wedding band on.
No
Yes.
way.
Mhm.
Oh, you're going to jail.
Yes, you're going to. Now, she could have gotten a wedding band replaced. But me personally, if I'm doing all this and I'm getting investigated, I'm not going to get the same ring. Like,
I wouldn't even want there to be a mix-up. I wouldn't even want there to be any type of confusion. And it's like, for me, it's like Nigerians already have a reputation for being scammers. Why would you feed into that stereotype and scam?
And scam again.
Why would you do that? You're already rich. It's greed.
It's just greed, yeah.
There's nothing.
Or they might not be as rich as they're alluding to.
Ooh.
Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Which happens a lot.
On these Real Housewives shows, they try to keep up with the Joneses.
Mia is a perfect example for that.
Teresa Giudice was the best example.
No way. Oh yeah.
With the tax, with the tax thing, like
the lady on Salt Lake who was scamming people. Jen Shaw, like trying to keep up for the show.
Yes.
I feel like there was somebody on OC. There's a good amount of the women on OC who I feel like were kind of like that too, like trying to keep up with the
Joneses. Yes.
That girl who was married to it was one of the OC franchises. She was only on there for one season. She's married to the guy who has like billboards in California. He's a lawyer.
Oh yeah, Sweet James.
Sweet James.
Yes,
I don't even remember.
Noella. Yes, she was only there for one season.
Yeah,
and
she gave scammer, liar, like just like Mia.
She scammed Sweet James. Yeah. He was divorcing her ass.
Yeah.
And while she was on the show, Sweet James was like,
I'm not finna go for this. And she was already, talking about the next guy that she was engaged to. So they bring in these like characters that it's just like, why are you bringing this person just to lie? Yeah. And I feel like the first one of that was Kenya. Yeah. Kenya was that first wild card. So they have these like archetypes. There's the Kenyas, and then there's the Portias, and you see each franchise kind of bring in like.
And Kenya was the first one who came on with an orchestrated storyline,
and that's what Nene said when she did an interview. Like, so what do you think has been? When did things change in the Real Housewives of Atlanta? She's like, when they brought Kenya. And that's when we started seeing fake storylines, fake boyfriends, fake jobs, fake purses, all this. And then Marlo came, who was like the real scammer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, I guess they saw that it worked, and so they try to recreate that, and they look at these personalities.
Stacey is now the new Kenya.
Yeah.
Because Stacey is given that I came on with a fake boyfriend who gay and live in LA and... I don't know.
Well, he might.
He might be. That's not our place.
Yeah.
But he was on Watch What Happens Live with a like little netted button up tee. Yeah, he was giving fish.
No.
But but yeah, she freaking got with a boyfriend, lied, and now she's back with her husband.
But then the thing is, it's like, was she ever divorced? I don't know what they're trying to do with Stacey. When I look at Stacey, she gives me somebody who's not all the way there. Like, you you can just look at somebody like, not everybody's home upstairs.
Yeah. And I think Stacey thinks she's something that she might not. Yeah. Like the new girl Tia, the one with the British accent. She gives me what Stacey wanted.
She is.
Yeah, like that. But in actuality, Stacey, girl, you just worked at QVC. You were selling cardigans.
Yeah.
At 2 a.m.
And that's great, but like own that.
Own it.
And then understand that that's what you were doing. Like you weren't winning like an Oscar for like a performance or anything like that. Tia, I think she's kind of annoying.
I'm ready for these new girls to like. I want them to get in the mud. Like they ain't like.
I think they're scared of these girls.
I think they're scared too. I think they're really
scared.
The
OGs are scary. I think the way that the new girls are being thrown under the bus by the OGs, they're kind of like shocked and like taken aback. Like Angel too. I think she's like, because Kiana.
I felt so bad for her at that little luncheon. I know she was sitting there like.
She looked like she was about to cry.
They just drug you through the
like that. Giselle ate a little bit too when she was like, if she didn't get chin checked before, she definitely got chin checked because she was sad when Kiana said, "We're not bringing it up anymore." She was sat quiet. And so the thing is like Kiana isn't even like a rookie anymore because she's in a league of her own. She has one season on these new girls. Yeah. So she's a little bit more familiar. She's not an OG, but she's not
still making rookie mistakes.
She's still making rookie mistakes, but not like the other ones. I feel like she's more prepared for the mistakes that she's making. These other girls are like in the twilight zone. When Giselle straight up told Angel, "I didn't have fun at your party." She was like, "Next time we're gonna play something more fun." She's like, "My party wasn't fun." She said, "No."
No.
And then Angel was like,
and her heart was broken. Like, girl, get that thick skin and tell her something back. Tell her her dress ugly.
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
you gotta be back.
But Tia clocked her though when she tried to come for Tia. She told Tia that she didn't like what she wore to the to Angel's party, and Tia's like, oh,
you the wrong person.
You're the wrong person to talk about my
Which
outfit.
is why I think Tia has promise.
Okay, you're right.
She does, but I see what you're saying. Like, it's not, and just, I mean, I'm being 100. I miss my girl Karen.
I do miss Karen.
We
missed the Madame.
Yeah.
She's the one that kind of like levels everything out when things go a little bit to the left, to the right. I think she did a really good job of trying to be Switzerland.
Yes.
To be right there in
and
the middle.
helping things move
and making
along.
things be funny when they got a little too serious.
Too serious and too dark.
Yeah.
Whereas I do think Giselle's doing a great job this season of navigating, narrating,
Giselle got a
people.
talking to, and I can tell.
She got a talking to last season when they told her that you and Wendy got to be friends again.
Yes, I could tell that conversation happened, and had it not happened, they would have never been cool. Whether Robin was gone or not, these women made the show horrible.
Yeah.
Like Giselle and Wendy's beef made the show unwatchable.
Yeah, unwatchable.
And I think network sat them both down like, this has to end.
Mm-hmm.
Even when they were getting on Angel at that table, when for Giselle to be like, no, I agree with Wendy. I'm like, okay, calm down.
Yeah, relax.
We
relax.
know that they told you to stop being colorist,
but y'all don't have to
make it more natural.
Yeah, y'all don't have to act like best friends.
Because y'all were at each other's throats for the past 5, 6, 7 years.
I mean, Kay called her Wendy out when they were sitting by the little dock, and she was like, you don't even like her.
You don't even like her. But then Angel, when Kay was talking to Angel, she's like, do you like this lady? Do you like this lady? And I'm like, who was the lady? And the lady was Wendy. And Wendy just sitting there looking into I'm like, what?
Because I don't think Angel likes Wendy. I think, because if you remember watching, they went to college together.
Oh, they did?
Or like they were separated. It's giving Phaedra and Nene, I don't know her.
I don't know
Yeah,
her.
that's exactly what it's giving. That archetype.
It's consistent in that she did that to the other Nigerian Nneka.
Nneka. She did Nneka dirty.
She did Nneka dirty. I didn't appreciate, but for me, I'm like, Nneka took the bait. She came in wanting to sit with the cool girls. It's like,
that's why Nneka messed up. She should have went with her Nigerian sister
and figured it out. You should have worked it out.
You went sat down with them light-skinned green-eyed girls.
Yeah, and they wound you up and threw you away. And you had one season and didn't come back. You were so busy going after Wendy, whether you like her or not, she has a seat.
Yeah.
She has her peach, her flower, her cherry blossom. She has that. And so she's an OG just like the other girls are OGs, but the cool girls invited you in because they hated her.
Yeah.
And for you to not be able to read the room, it just got odd and it got obvious and it wasn't a good look for her. And she didn't get a second season.
No, she didn't.
She played herself.
They literally played her.
They
brought her in. It was like, oh, we don't need, like, they brought her in low-key to try to replace Wendy.
Yeah.
And it didn't work.
And it didn't work. But not only that, I think the girls started to realize they couldn't just straight up attack Wendy like they had been doing. So they were getting other people to do it. They were getting Mia. They were getting Nneka. They were they were being the puppet masters of these other new girls.
So it don't look like bad on them, but baby.
Yeah, but still look bad. And then they made the new girls look bad too. And now you don't have a second season because you didn't come there and do what you needed to do for yourself.
For yourself, yeah.
You came in and doing Giselle and Robin's bidding. I'm really glad that they got rid of Robin on the franchise. Could not stand her.
It's literally the worst housewife to ever live.
The worst, gave nothing.
And they've literally
her
been like
husband gave
200
nothing.
housewives.
Yeah.
The worst to ever get a check from Bravo. Don't ever bring her back.
Didn't add anything. I think she was rude and nasty and mean. And then her husband didn't give much.
What I don't like is that, like, this is one thing I give Ashley.
Yeah.
Is that the first half of the show was on Ashley and her relationships back, like her and Michael.
Yeah, what?
So when Ashley's like being Harriet the Spy or, Encyclopedia Brown, and she getting to the bottom of things that have nothing to do with her, at least she has contributed something to the show so it doesn't look like
she's spilling everybody else's tea but yours.
Robin wasn't giving us nothing.
For a couple of seasons.
For a couple of seasons.
Yeah.
You gave us a fake wedding that y'all recorded because the network probably said something to you.
Yep.
But y'all weren't giving us anything, yet you were holding all these women around you accountable and to a standard to have to open and share things. And you wasn't sharing nothing. At least with Ashley, we got like her man grabbing butts. We got a divorce, a scandal. She was pregnant twice.
Yeah.
Like, Ashley has contributed more. So when she goes and is nagging Stacey about the marriage thing, I kind of turn a blind eye because I'm like, at least Ashley has given. Now, if it would have been Robin,
I
would have been like, you got
no
to
ground
go.
to stand on.
No grounds.
Well,
Juan out here in nail shops getting his nails done with other women.
At the laundromat, meeting up with them, buying hotel rooms because he's just too nice. So you know what? You do actually make a really, really good point because Ashley, as messy as she is, she does put it all on the line.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? She lives her life in front of the TV, and she's willing to talk about things. She's never been one of those people to shy away
put
from
her
her
mama and they issues on her, how her dad doesn't talk to her. So she really has
everything.
She put everything out on there.
Yeah,
now, don't get me wrong. If we put a little pyramid, she's at the bottom of my pyramid.
Yeah,
she's not like
I don't like her, but she does give.
She does give.
She gives on the show, and she's not just being messy in other people's business, but she puts her business out there too, which I can respect because that is the job.
That's the job.
Sometimes I feel like she does the job a little too well. Where it's like, damn, Ashley, like hold that conversation for at least 2 seconds before you run and run and tell somebody something. Like, wait a second, let
Candace
it marinate.
said you came down here. Wait, I remember when they brought the thing to Wendy about Eddie. And like she had just had a baby, and Ashley like came down, told Wendy the thing, and then left. And Candy was like, "You came down here, pumped your breast milk,
take you and your breast milk, and then get out.
You and your breast milk and get out." Like that's crazy. Like she literally came just to come, spill that tea,
and then left, But that's what I mean. It's like we know it's a job, girl, but like. There's balance. There's balance. There's some girls that don't know that they're work, like Kay, and she thinks it's real life and they're all friends. And there's some girls that's like, oh no, you clocked in.
Yes.
You're gonna talk until 5 p.m. and then when you leave, you're not gonna speak to these girls again.
And that's Wendy.
You know what I mean? So there has to be a balance, and that's Karen.
Yes.
Because Karen is friends with some of these girls after the show, but she will, ask the right questions. She'll ask a follow-up. She will get down to the tea because that's the job, So I get it. I feel like this season is becoming entertaining. I am liking it. I think it's much better with Robin being gone. And I'll say it again. I think it's going to get interesting with Monique coming back.
Yes, I think so too. I would love to see how they all like.
After she swore she wasn't going to come back. Bravo.
After the binder.
The binder, which I loved.
That's
cleared.
iconic.
Very iconic.
Like that.
Flipping through a binder. I think because of the binder, everybody now kind of tries to have like a moment.
Prop.
Yeah, a prop and a moment at the reunion.
And what's funny, there was props before that. Yeah. But that binder just will stand in the hands of time.
The binder and then Portia's blowhorn.
Like when Portia
and the fan, and Kenya's fan. So the props have their moments. They have their moments, but that was the most iconic one. I loved her. I don't know if you were have you watched Love and Marriage, like any of Carlos
I haven't been able to, because what is it? That's on OWN, right?
It is on OWN.
Yeah, I haven't been able to.
It's on HBO. The Love and Marriage, Huntsville, and the other franchises, they're on HBO. I don't like the other franchises, but the Huntsville one, and there's like 5 or 6. Yes, this one.
So this is the one I see clips of.
Mess.
Didn't one of the men like date Sheree?
Yes. So where's he at? Where Martell right there in the all blue.
The bald one in the middle.
Yeah, the bald one in the middle. Yeah, trouble. So he's the one that dated Sheree. And so she's on the last season. She does a couple episodes and then
Sheree comes on the show?
She comes on the show. There's
Shut up. I didn't know that.
Like
like a little crossover.
Yeah, there is.
I had no clue they did that.
Yeah, she comes in. And so
well, Carlos will be the one to pull it off.
Yeah. It has grown on me. In January I didn't have anything else to watch. And so I was like, let me just binge this because there's like 5 or 6 or 7 seasons. And so I just binged all the seasons and it gets really good. Mel, who is like the main character, she's not on it anymore. I think she's just a producer on the show.
Melody, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the one she was married to the boss.
Exactly. Can't stand her.
You can't stand her?
I hate a mean girl. I hate a mean, pretty girl.
The one she light-skinned too?
Yes, I hate. Okay, and I can't say it because people gonna think I'm just being mad because it's like, listen, I love women of all shades, colors.
Cardi B just said you think you cute because you light-skinned.
You know what I mean? And so, and I've been kind of dragging Cardi a little bit. So I don't want to seem like the angry, dark-skinned woman.
You've been dragging Cardi?
Not dragging, but it's like I'm a Barb. I'm like a diet Barb. I'm not fully Barb. I can't rap all of the songs, but I've realized over time I like Nicki Minaj, and I always kind of have.
I think she is amazing, but girl, put that phone down, sis.
No, stop. Get off your Twitter.
Get off your Twitter.
When she gets on there, it gives Kanye, and I'm like, look, girl, you're making it hard to defend. You're making it hard to defend. But I think it's very disrespectful that Nicki does not have a Grammy because if Tyla, the girl, the Water song has a Grammy, you know what I mean? Like,
I think it's more of like, how like, I know this is off topic, but I'm gonna use this as an example.
Go ahead.
So I'm a big fan of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah.
And so
I watched the first season, but I never watched after
that. Oh, girl, there's like 17 more.
You see?
There was one episode recently, like last season, and she was sitting with like two queens. Like at the end of the season, when they get to like the finals,
Nikki?
huh?
And who was
No, RuPaul. Because RuPaul
okay.
said a quote that I think relates to this.
Yeah.
So RuPaul was like sitting with like the three finalists, and there's one that clearly just dominated the whole season and should win. And there's another one that came up, and she's doing her talk, and RuPaul says, I think along the lines of like, you could be the most talented person in the world, but if people don't want to work with you or be around you, it's going to ruin everything. And she told the queen, you are so fun to work with. The crew loves you. And she's the one that won, not the one that dominated, because rumor had it she was horrible behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But the one that RuPaul sat down and said, listen, it don't matter how talented you are, but it's about who wants to work with you, who wants to be around you.
Yeah.
And because she was such a good person and everyone wanted to be around her and work with her, she got the crown.
Wow.
So it's just that quote, like, Nikki is so talented. Literally, the best rap, not even male or female, best rapper to ever live, one of the best.
Yeah.
But it's because I think she might be oil and water with a lot of people and interactions. It might have turned faces. Because something like the Grammys, we know these award shows, you got to kiss ass.
You do.
You got to kiss ass. You got to campaign.
It's an industry thing. So it's who likes you in the industry, who finds you pleasant in the industry.
And I think maybe there's a lot of powerful people in the industry that might not like
Cardi's more likable. And here's the thing. I was talking about this on TikTok, where it's like I feel like the hate, towards Nikki is very corporate because she pissed off the industry.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And Cardi B is not the most talented. She doesn't, bring out music more consistently than Nikki. None of that. But she's likable. Yeah. And people have always liked her.
Always, yeah. If you're America's sweetheart, you get away with anything.
And that's the thing, so her career is propped up. Why is J-Lo catching strays?
I'm just saying, like, if America loves you and there's something likable about you, you could make music, sell perfume, do movies.
You could do whatever.
You could do whatever. You could do no wrong.
Yeah, and I think that's definitely Cardi because she didn't have baby after baby, fallout on social media after fallout, but she's liked.
She's likable,
and so with Nicki Minaj, I feel like, on merit alone, she did earn a Grammy, but Grammys is peers awarding it to you. And if your peers don't like you, then, whether it's fair or not.
Now, granted, she should have had like four. She should have had like 4 or 5.
If Meg Thee Stallion has a Grammy, like and I like Meg Thee Stallion. I'm not for the Meg Thee Stallion slander at all. But if she has one, Nicki should have had one. If Cardi has one, Nicki should have had 10. And
but the Grammys be doing black women dirty anyway.
Of course. So like, who cares about the Grammys? Yeah. Like they're whatever, award shows or whatever. Like
I only care. I don't care until Beyonce wins, and I care.
I have my feelings about I have my feelings about the queen, but I'm gonna leave her alone because I know.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna leave her alone. I think she does witchcraft. That's it.
You think she does witchcraft?
I do think she does witchcraft. Listen. I do. But that's her business though.
That's her business.
And like if that's how she wants to do it,
that's how she
Beyonce. Now I can never take away from her talent. There's only one.
If you want to know who really doing witchcraft, Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah. Oh, don't get me started.
If you really want to know who have a call,
I don't have enough time to drag Taylor Swift. Yes, There's only 7 minutes left. But I have been getting on her too with her new album. This one creator had a really good take in that, her music appeals to young white women. You know what I mean? And young white girls. And it's like, for Taylor Swift, she's becoming a woman, but she's perpetually, puts herself out there as like a teenager. Like I'm just this woman being victimized, and
her fans growing up,
and her fans are growing up. She's growing up, but it's like she sold herself as like this poor country girl who's fighting in the industry to not be taken advantage by by men and all this stuff. But it's like, but you were never poor. You never lived on a farm. Your dad was part owner of the record label that you worked on. So who was really trying to stop you from being successful? Like
this literally been handed.
It's been handed to you. But my thing is, it's okay. You just have to own what it is that you are and stop pretending that you are something else. Whatever it is that you are, like just be that and stand in that. And, believe that people will resonate with you from that place. But I feel like, with the advent of social media and TikTok and all that stuff, everybody's a celebrity now.
Yeah.
So the power that celebrity used to have is not the same.
It's not the same. Everyone can have.
Everybody's somebody. Everyone can have a following.
Listen, we live in a world where Miss Netta is
somebody. Is somebody. So
and we out here struggling.
Exactly. So if everybody is somebody, then the playing fields have been leveled. They've been equaled. I feel like we aren't gonna see like any huge stars. Like when I think of a star, I think of like Beyonce, Britney Spears, Nelly, Drake, the Cardi B's of the world. I feel like that era of like the boom, like the star power, like A-list actors,
Yeah.
the Angelina Jolie's. I feel like it's not that anymore. It's everybody gets their 15 minutes and then you go on and you get a regular job.
You get a regular job.
You get your money, you capitalize it. If you're smart, you make a business and maybe you're not the face of it, but you go on. So the era of celebrity is changed.
Yeah, it has changed.
It has changed a lot.
We're like, now it's like not a lure anymore. It's like pretty much I could live
Housewives
in a trailer in Kentucky and have 1 million followers.
Exactly. And people will love you.
And people will love you.
Like you said, you have a following, you have a brand, you have all the things, but it's about being who you are and being authentic. And I think Taylor's album, or what celebrities are finding now, that it's like, you have to be authentic. Like you have to just be yourself, because that prepackaged whatever
it don't work
image,
anymore.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work to the average American who has access to everything at their fingertips. To really, the shade room will go post your real life, post your real finances. And to get back to the Housewives, I feel like the franchise, with the women going to jail, a lot of them getting DUIs and all that stuff, it's stressful.
Yeah, because fame, a lot comes with fame.
Fame is stressful.
Trying to keep up with the Joneses, like I said.
Yeah.
And then also the stress of being on these shows and the stress of people filming.
Yeah.
So I might start drinking heavily.
Yeah, exactly. I think
I might start doing a
little fraud, a little
something,
Eddie, a little
something to get through the day, and then it also can that can become something. You know what I'm saying? If you also get, like we saw with Karen, you get not addicted, but you get like accustomed to it and used to it. It's your clutch. And
Bethany Frankel had talked about, I think she said she had a conversation with Bravo or whatever about the franchise in general, about the drinking that goes on there and how the women are encouraged to drink and how they're always surrounded by alcohol.
Oh, especially like her franchise in particular, her New York crew.
The New York one.
Man, they would get sloppy drunk.
Yeah,
like,
Ramona
and Sonia, they would be falling over tables, hitting their heads.
Yeah, they were.
Like, it would be
Kissing
a lot.
strange men on the show.
And it's just like that was celebrated.
Yeah.
So that's why they kept drinking and drinking and drinking. And now I think that's why they have restriction, like drinking restrictions.
They do. I was about to say they have drinking restrictions. And you can tell too that it's like less. Because we didn't touch on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but like Kim being on there when she was drinking, her and Kyle and their whole situation, and then Lisa Rinna breaking
this,
my husband.
Yes.
Like
always the husband.
Always the husband.
Listen, husband name.
I can't wait to throw a wine glass behind my husband.
Yes, it's gonna come.
No, hopefully not.
Eventually,
I don't want it to come. I don't want it to come. But if it do, I've had enough practice.
I mean, you never know. You might be a housewife for 10 years. You don't know what the energy of the universe has.
You never know what God has in store for me.
You don't.
If that opportunity ever comes, I don't know if I would take it, because I like being married more than I want to be on.
On TV. I mean, it's like reality TV. At the end of the day, it is a great way for you to get your name out there.
Absolutely.
If you have a brand or you have like
what Cardi did, you get in and you get out.
And you get out. Yes.
Hip hop, built her career.
Get in, you get out. Look, listen, I might jump on a reality show or get on in there and get out. I would. You'd
be great on reality TV.
I've been thinking about. Thank you.
You would, honestly, for real.
No, I've been thinking about they're doing like traders and stuff. So I've been thinking about it. But people look at you weird, I guess, in the industry if you want to be serious.
Yeah.
Like
that don't count no more.
It really doesn't.
That don't count no more, because celebrities are on TikTok selling soap. Like everybody's trying to make it. Everybody's trying to eat. Like I said, the day of the A-listers and like the knockout. Get your celebrity how you get it, because these celebrities are fighting to keep it.
My plan, listen, let me jump on one of these shows.
There you go.
Make a little money and I make my movie or whatever, You never know.
You're going to see him again, okay? And
yes,
while we wrap up, I want you to, first of all, did I tell people that you were a comedian?
You did. At the beginning.
First of all, I'm talking like we're talking about celebrity because he is one. Okay, you will be seeing Eric. Eric is a fantastic comedian out here in LA. You've produced shows before.
Yes, I do improv. I screenwrite. Girl, I do it all.
I'm like, can I say what you're doing right now? Like, we were being on.
No, I don't even think that's a flex.
That is a flex. I mean, do you know that the people that come out of that?
You better talk, but I'm still listen.
You better talk. Okay, he can't even talk about it right now. He can't. He has things in the works that he can't talk about.
Listen, God is on my side.
And when you see him, you'll see him.
And y'all gonna see me. Listen, I'm blessed. Highly favored. Okay.
Yes, you are. Well,
She gonna be right on side me, you know.
Every time you see me, you see him.
Yes.
I just remember when you produced the show, you were scared to hit me up to be on it. You've let me headline before. I'm so grateful. Like anytime you've had an opportunity, you've extended it to me. And so this is me returning the favor.
I appreciate it. I had a blast.
Did you have fun?
I did. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. It's not scary though. I can sit here and talk to y'all all day.
You see, like doing a podcast is fun. And while I wrap us up, y'all don't be scared to come on the show. Okay?
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared.
This was so much fun.
I heard y'all are scared to come on because you think it's just going to be a MAGA party. It don't have to be a MAGA party unless you want to have one.
It's a party for everybody.
It's a party for everyone.
Everyone's welcome.
I just want to hang out with my friends and talk. Exactly. I want to hang out with my friends. I want to brag on them, and I want to let people know that they're next and that we're next. And so any opportunity that I get to do that, I'm grateful to. So thank you, Eric, so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
Y'all make sure you follow him.
Yes, follow me. Look at that.
On social media. There you go. There he is. Follow him. Are you on TikTok?
Yes, same thing.
Okay, Eric Henri everywhere.
Easy.
There you go.
That on every platform.
Eric on everywhere.
Everywhere.
On everywhere. And on that note, thank y'all for watching. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. I want to hear your thoughts on this new season of Housewives.
Yes,
let me know. Watch the Potomac one. I think is really good.
And jump on that Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City, girl. Salt Lake City
guys.
is
We're gonna keep
it.
talking about it.
Right.